Good morning. Let's do our warm-up. We're going to start with jumping jacks and do a little core work in between. Nice light core work in between with some jumping jacks. Go ahead and the first round of jumping jacks is nice and easy, not too aggressive. You can even walk them out if you want. Make sure we try to get the heels to make contact with the ground. We've got about 30 seconds left. Nice and easy. Okay, good. Now you're going to go down on your hands and knees. Let me just make a little adjustment here. Hands and knees. And we're going to keep our back nice and neutral, which means we got a little lower arch in our lower back. Our stomachs are drawn in. And then we're going to extend our right leg out. Full extension without changing our back. And just hold that position. Yeah, just the lower leg for now. I mean the lower body. Make sure you'll feel your triceps pushing into the floor, especially the side that's elevated. So my right leg's elevated, so my right arm is going to be pushing into the floor to help me stabilize my hip. We don't want any rotation of the hip. Just keep winding up the glute, the right glute. Okay, let's bring it back up to jumping jacks. Now this time when you do your jumping jacks, you can get a little bit more agile with your feet. You don't have to necessarily put your heels on the ground. You can move a little bit quicker. You can move your feet around. If you want to change your foot position, you can. You can go into rotation. Okay, 20 more seconds. Ten more seconds. Okay, good. Let's go back down on all fours. And this time we're going to extend the left leg out. Again, keep the back neutral. We extend that leg, use your glute. If you want, you can even abduct the leg a little bit, which means you push the leg out to the side a little bit. Maintain that neutral spine, maintain hip stability, focusing on the energy going through your left tricep, from the left tricep into the mid back, down your left side into the left glute. All right, good work. Let's bring it back up. And we're going to do jumping jacks. This time, when you do your jumping jacks, I want you to focus on keeping the rib cage down and the arms, pushing the arms back. Okay, so we're trying to extend our arms back behind us without lifting the rib cage and without pushing our hips forward. Okay, we want to maintain control in that torso using our core. Good. That's it. Very nice. Again, if you want to change your foot position, go ahead. Or your foot pattern. Okay, let's go back to the floor. Hands and knees. Boom. Okay, let's go right up into right leg extension, but now elevate the left arm. So the right leg up first, straighten your left arm, and then elevate the arm through your mid-back. We're going to connect the right glute through the mid-back to the left arm. Most of our weight is on the right tricep. And let's switch the other side. Left leg extended. Once the leg's extended, you can straighten your right arm and elevate. Draw your abdominals in. Keep squeezing the glute. Okay, very good. All right, next we're going to start mobility. Okay, here we go with mobility. It's going to be a dynamic mobilization, which means we're not going to go into any kind of static stretching or anything like that. We're just going to keep moving the limb. So we're going to focus a lot on the hip joint today. Go ahead and stand up, and the first exercise is just to do hip flexion. So put your hands on your hips so that you can feel the top of your pelvis. We don't want the pelvis to move. We want to keep it neutral and then lift your left knee. Okay? Now as we lift the left knee, just go up and down. When you bring your foot down, start to bring it behind you a little bit. So the left foot goes behind. You start to extend through the hip and flexing the knee. And then we hip flex, right? So we're going to an hip extension, hip flexion. Go a little faster and push through the floor in extension. So we push through the floor, lift the knee. Push through the floor, lift the knee. Good, now go ahead and kick, but don't change your pelvis. Push, kick, push, kick, push, kick. Good, perfect. Let's go to the other side. So we're maintaining our pelvis, we go into a little extension and go into flexion. Nice and easy at first, just trying to feel out what your range of motion is, trying to figure out what muscles are moving your leg. Go ahead and start pushing through the floor, move a little faster, push, push, and go ahead and start kicking. All right, perfect. Okay, let's go back to the other side. Now this time we're going to go into hip flexion and then knee extension and then down. So it's up, knee extension, down. Okay? Let's do that pattern a little bit. Get comfortable with it. And then you can go ahead and after you do the flexion, kick and come down. Flex, kick, come down. The whole while maintaining that neutral pelvis. Good. One more. All right. It burns up the leg you're standing on for sure. Okay, let's go to the other side. Hip flexion with a little knee extension. Push through the floor. There we go. That's it. All right, do another one more, and then we'll start kicking. Go ahead and push, hip flex, kick. Push, hip flex, kick. Good. Okay, nice. All right, back to the other leg. It's going to be, well, I'll show you this way. We're going to do rotation. So we just come up across our body, rotate and down. Right? So come up across, rotate and down. Across, rotate, down. Try not to rotate your whole hip. It's just through that left hip rotation. And go ahead and do it kind of like a swimming motion here. Good. Nice. All right, let's go reverse direction. So it's out, oops, up and out, across and down, up and out, across and down. And when you're ready, you can try to make it like a swimming motion. Try to maintain that pelvis. Also the pelvis up and down like leveling. So we don't want to lift one side and then come down. Good. All right, let's go to the other leg. So first one's going to be across, up and out, across, up and out, across, up and out. Go ahead and go with the swimming motion. Yeah, maintain that torso. Good. And let's switch directions. So it's out, up, across, out, up, across. And go ahead and swim. And one more. Good. Okay, so last exercise, this is just about rotation. Don't worry about how high your leg goes or how far back it goes. It's just how much can I rotate that hip without rotating my torso, okay? It's a soccer kick. So you're passing the soccer ball, so my leg goes forward across my body and externally rotating. So I can pass the soccer ball out to my left. And then I bring my foot internal and I put it behind me, right? And abducted, and then I go back across my body, external rotation. So it's out and internal rotation, across and external rotation. And again, we're going to try to do this by rotating that hip solely without the help of our torso. Good. And go ahead and do some nice strong passes. Good. Nice. Good. Perfect. Rotation. Nice. Okay, let's go to the other side. So just to go through it, it's forward, external rotation and across. And then we go back, internal rotation and out, across and external, back and internal. Okay? This one's a little bit, you probably notice like one side is different than the other. That's typical. I'm barely getting external rotation with this left leg. My internal rotation's good. External rotations need some work. Go ahead and do some strong passes. All right, very good. Whew. All right, so you can see even though we were mobilizing one side, the stable side was working pretty hard to counter the rotation. So they're pretty cool exercises because as we do hip flexion, external rotation on one side, the other side is working hard at stabilizing internal or external rotation. Okay, last mobility. This one's pretty cool. It's like it's almost like a yoga flow. So we're going to start on our hands and knees, and we're going to do. We're going to start with an animal flow move, which is just loaded beast. So our knees are elevated if you can. If you got to keep your knees on the floor, that's okay. But if you can elevate your knees, elevate, push your hips over your feet. Now let's go up into like a downward dog, pushing our chest towards our feet. And then you finally finish with your right foot next to the outside of your right hand. Right foot goes outside your right hand. Squeeze your left glute and pushing your hips forward, elevating the chest to the upward. Nice. Let's go back to loaded beast. Hips are over our feet. Now our hips are to the ceiling. We're in downward dog. And then we step outside our right foot, pushing our hip forward, lifting our chest. Yep, hip forward, lift the chest. Nice job. Let's do it one more time. Loaded beast, downward dog, step to the right, Push the chest up. If you want, you can push that left hip towards your right foot. That might help you change your shoulder position. Very nice. Okay, let's go to the other side. So we're going to go loaded beast, downward dog, push the chest towards your toes, and then step outside your left hand. Nice. Lift the chest, squeeze the glute. That'll help drive your hips down and forward, which will help you lift your chest. And let's go back to loaded beast. Downward dog. Step outside the left hand. Squeeze the glute. And back to loaded beast. Downward dog. Step outside the left hand. If you want, you can turn the right hip towards your left foot. And back to loaded beast. Nice work. All right. Woo, you should feel pretty good. Should be able to squat in all directions. Feeling good. Okay, camera start. All right, so we're going to do our strength portion. If you have, like I said, if you have an ottoman, a chair, a coffee table, an end table, a crate, that would be perfect. So let's go down on our left side. So you're going to lie down on your left side. And you can support your neck if you want. If you're not going to support your neck, then hold it neutral. Don't hold it up like this. Hold it neutral. If you are, just use your hand or a pillow or something like that. And then your left side, draw those obliques and the rib cage off the floor. We don't want to be melting our rib cage into the floor. All right, and you'll see when you do that, it's going to push your right foot downward. All right, if I push my rib cage into the floor, I can easily elevate my foot. If I lift my rib cage, it's going to move my pelvis and my foot's going to be pushed down. So now let's extend the leg a little bit behind you. So the leg's going behind you a little bit. Bring it up as high as you can without changing your rib cage. All right, and now we're going to pump on a count of 20. You're just going to pump your leg up and down. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Try to keep those hips stable. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Keep the knee locked. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Ouch. Okay, let's go to the other side. So we're lying on our right side. Again, your head is neutral, whether it's supported or not. You have a neutral neck. Your right side's elevated off the floor. Our left leg is extended slightly behind us. Go ahead and elevate it to its highest point and start pumping. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Good. Go ahead and line your back real quick and do 10 sit-ups. You can roll. You can throw your arms forward. Legs can be straight. Legs can be bent. Just do 10. Nice job. All right. Once we get 10, let's go back on our left side. We're going to draw our left rib cage off the floor. Our neck is neutral. And we're going to straighten out the right knee and then extend the right leg behind us a little bit. Elevate the right leg as high as we can. I'm going to try not to kick my cat. And go ahead and start pumping. No, I kicked him. Go ahead. You're going to pump the leg up and down. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, let's swing it around to the other side. So we're lying on our right side. We're going to keep our head neutral. Our right rib cage is off the ground. Extend the leg behind you. Knee is straight. Elevate as high as you can. And let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay. On your back. This time it's a butterfly sit, so your feet are together, but your legs are out to the side. They're externally rotated. And then you're going to do the sit-ups. Okay? Like that. Good. There you go. Very nice. Good. Okay, I think that's about 10. And we have one more time with the abduction. I think we're on, which side are we on, right or left? Left, okay, so we're lying on the left side, head's neutral, extend that leg, elevate the leg as high as we can, and start pumping. 1, 2, 3, 4, short, quick movements. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Good, let's switch it over to the other side. Neutral head, right rib cage off the floor, left leg extend behind us, elevate as high as we can. The more stable your torso is, the harder it is to pump with your abductors, okay? Go ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Good. Whew. Okay, we're skipping the last set of sit-ups. Those were just fillers. And now we're going to be sitting on our ottoman or end table or couch or whatever it is. And we're going to be doing 2 exercises. You're going to be doing dips and you're going to be doing seated leg flexion or hip flexion. So, good. All right. Very nice. Got chairs, chair, chair. Good. Yeah, if you have a chair, then your hand position can be on the outside of the chair with the thumbs forward. That would be a better hand position. For us that are on couches and stuff, it's okay that our thumbs are turned in. It's just going to make it harder to externally rotate our shoulders when we go up and down. Okay. Well, it shouldn't make it harder, but it most likely will. So, let's start with the seated leg extensions first. So we got one leg out straight. We're upright. We're going to hold a nice neutral position. The other leg, well, let's start with our left leg straight. Our right foot is on the ground so that we can push into the floor as we elevate this leg. So all you got to do is elevate and hold. That's it, okay? Make sure you get a nice, strong, straight knee using the hip flexor, okay, your quad or your thigh. And with the straight knee, we're going to be kind of not isolating, but we're going to be making sure we're using this big rec fem muscle that passes from the hip all the way across the knee. Nice stable torso. If we destabilize the torso, you'll feel your quad doesn't have to do anything. If you make the torso nice and neutral, you're going to see that there's more tension. If you even want to increase the tension, you can lean forward. And the more you lean forward, the harder it's going to be to keep that leg up. All right, almost there. And good. Let's switch legs. Very good. All right, nice stable torso. Right leg is extended, knee straight. Also dorsiflex the foot It's either neutral or pulled towards your knee, and go ahead and lift. Keep that lower back and torso neutral. Hold the leg up there. Good. Good, keep that knee nice and straight. 5 more seconds. Lean into it if you want to make it more challenging. And we actually went 10. Good. Okay, let's go into dips. So when we do these dips, remember your backside, you want to keep it as close to the object as you can as you go up and down. And at the top, we externally rotate the shoulders, push them down away from our ears, and lock those arms up. Okay? So here we go. Let's do it. We're going to do 20 of these. There we go. Down and up. You can go at your own pace, but make sure the movement's controlled, stable, and you're locking out and externally rotating at the top. Yep. Or I should say fully extending the elbow and externally rotating the shoulders. Also your torso, you want to try to maintain a neutral spine the whole way down, the whole way up. All right. Ouch. Okay. Let's go back to leg lifts. So left leg again, leg is straight, ankles dorsiflex. Keep your torso nice and stable. Go ahead and lift, and this time we're just going to go up and down 10 times. 3. Full range of motion though. Go as high as you can without changing your pelvis. Use that thigh to lift the leg. Once you get 10 reps, you can go ahead and switch to the other side. Nice and controlled. Okay, once you're done with that, let's go back into dips. You can do 15 to 20, okay, depending on how you feel. If you want to make the dips harder, you can straighten your legs. You can even elevate your legs on another object that will make it even tougher. Otherwise, go ahead and start your dips, 15 to 20. Right, looking good. All right, last set of hip seated leg lifts. So we're going to lift the leg this time. Once the leg is lifted, we're going to externally rotate the hip and then internally rotate the hip. And you're just going to do that 5 to each direction. So you're trying for full maximal rotation, again without changing the pelvis, without changing your torso. 5 in each direction. Once you're done, you can switch to the other side. Some of you may notice that there's tension changes up closer to the pelvis. You'll feel that certain fibers or muscles trigger more depending on which rotation you're in. Okay, looking good. So we have one more set of triceps. There's not a lot of arm work in the workout today, or the final workout. So don't be afraid to use your triceps. But again, anywhere from 15 to 20 reps. Go ahead. Keep putting that energy into the back of your arms. It's going to burn. Keep breathing through it. Whew. All right, so here we go. We're doing a ladder up, ladder down. We got 4 exercises. And in 3, 2, 1, go ahead and start your lateral lunges. Good. Yep, your obliques. We lie down on the side, we open up the body, meet in the middle. Yes, that's it, Sophia. Move your hand closer to your knees. Move your hand down. Yes, there you go. It'll be a little easier to help control. And get that upper body up and then down. Yes, there it is. Okay, knee tucks are like this, Sophia. Just touch the outside of your left arm. Yep. Good. 5 on each side. Oh. Yes, good. Everybody's got the hip extension. All right. Moving around 2. We're about 2 minutes in. 4 minutes in. Wait a second. So you know the Tae Obliques are the hardest exercise. If you got to not do as many reps, that's the exercise I would cut back on. Whew. Good work, everyone. Looking really good. Good work. Keep it up. Focus on your breathing. Try to slow it down. Especially during the hip extensions. That's the time when you got the best chance to slow your breathing down. Keep the stomach or the abdominal muscles tight when you do these hip extensions. You loosen up your stomach muscles, it's going to go right into your back. Not that it's going to be damaging to your back, it's just you're going to be using the wrong muscle group. All right. We got 8 minutes.
Are you using it?
No, I'm not. Whew. Nice rhythm. Everybody's moving nicely. Load the glute on those lunges and extend. Glute and extend. Glute and extend. Good. 9 minutes. Wait, is it 10 o'clock? It's not 8 o'clock, is it? Oh, whoo! Oh. Oh God. Whew. Where am I? Nice work. If you haven't completed, keep on going. Good work, everyone.